Hey guys, this is Kendall and welcome back to Final Fantasy II. When we last left off, we made it through Summit Falls and we got the Mythril. So now it's time to make our way back, but first we should probably heal up a little bit. Oh, except we'd have no... Okay, I do have a potion, so we can go ahead and do that. Alright, so now we need to make our way out of here. Easiest way is probably up this way. Make our way back to Salamand. And talk to Joseph, I think? After we deal with these goblins, of course. But we definitely need to heal up at an inn properly. There we go. Alright. Now we're almost there. Yeah, we're going to have to make our way back to Altair with the Mythril, now that we have it. There we go. Uh-oh. My audio's cutting in and out. Hold on 1 second. Because I think that is a problem again with my splitter, HDMI splitter. It's either that or most likely the long HDMI cable I use to get the feed from the splitter to my computer. But I think we're okay now. Or not. It's still cutting in and out. Ugh, the only thing I can do is just fiddle around with this and hope that it just stops doing that. Alright. Okay, hopefully it's good now. I honestly have no idea. Hold up. 1 second. Okay, I think that's just the way the sun's angled. Sorry. I was seeing a light on my car and it just was not looking right. Okay. I think it's just the way the reflection's hitting it. Okay. Alright, we made it back to Salamand. Take the Mythril to Altair and give it to the princess as soon as you can. I will certainly do that soon, but first I need to heal at the inn. There we go. 204. Oh, that's why. Okay. The price at the inn is based on how much you have to heal. That makes a lot of sense because this is a much more open form game. Our husbands are back safe and sound and we have you to thank for it. You are very much welcome. Thank you so much. We owe our freedom to you. Okay, you say the same thing. Take the Mythril. Okay, you say the same thing. What about back here? There's no way to cross the snow on foot. You'll need a Snowcraft. I've heard that Joseph keeps his Snowcraft hidden on the first floor of the cavern at Summit Falls. I seem to remember him saying something about a wall near a blue stone or something like that. Well, we will keep that in mind for later, but we don't need it now. I need you out of my way, though. Thank you. Okay, you say the exact same thing. So Joseph, now that his daughter's back, you better get that Mythril back to Altair. Princess Hilda is waiting for you. Alright, we'll head there here in a second. Thanks for saving me. You are welcome, Nelly. Alright, we've got a decent amount of gil. Let's see what upgrades we have available for us. Okay, I got a couple longswords. I think we'll go ahead and buy 2 of those. Give me 2 battle axes. And we will... Oh, no, I want you on the longswords. And... Oh, I accidentally emptied that. There we go. Alright, have you... Oh, okay, just 1 battle axe. So I did not need to buy 2. Alright, that's fine. Alright, sell off the equipment we're not using. There we go. Alright, nothing else to buy from you. Although I don't know why I'm spending my money now. We'll be able to get Mythril stuff soon. So I think we'll hold off on armor. And instead see about magic. What magic is available here? Oh, a life tome. Yes, we definitely want a life tome. Warp? No, teleport's more important, but we do have one of those, so we're good. Alright, so I think just one life tome for now. And I think we'll go ahead and give that to Maria. Alright, items. Might be a good idea to buy a few. Not those items. There we go. Give me 4 of those. Give me 4 of those. And then 4 and 3. Alright. Over on this side. I'd love to get some ethers. Instead, we'll just get 2 Phoenix Downs. And you know what? Yeah, go ahead and give me 1 ether. Alright, that's enough for now. Alright, so let's head back then. So now we need to get out of here. Head back to Poft. And from Poft, we can catch a ride on Sid's airship all the way back to Altair. Easily enough. As soon as we deal with these hornets and leg eaters. Which are like no trouble at all. There we go. Alright. So welcome back to Poft. There was magic here, right? Although I don't want to use up too much money getting magic. Alright, I think we'll go ahead and get a cure. Give me a protect, a shell, and a blink. Give me 1 of each. Alright, so we'll go ahead and use the cure on you. And then protect, shell, blink. There we go. Alright. Those are very useful spells to have. Hopefully we still have enough money to catch the airship back to Altair. Yes, I'm here about the... Oh, that's not who I talked to about the airship. Alright, Altair. Oh, it's going to take the rest of our money, but we can do it. Thanks, buddy. The airship will be waiting for you outside. Alright, so to do that, we head outside and out of town, and then directly north to the airship landing pad, and then immediately get into a fight that we can handle with no problem. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and grab you. I have no direct control over this. You know, just like the ship at Poft. Alright. So we're back to Altair. Is there really any hope the war will end and the world will be at peace? Eventually. You know, that's our goal. We'll get there eventually. Alright, let's report in to Princess Hilda. The Empire also suffered heavy losses at the Battle of Fynn. They're building the Dreadnaught. Yes, I know. Let's show you the Mythril. You found the Mythril. Now we'll finally be able to fight the Empire on equal footing. Please, take the Mythril to Tobal, the town blacksmith. I'm certain he'll be able to use it to make you some magnificent weapons that I have no money to buy at this point. But that is fine. We'll buy them soon enough. But first off, we need to go visit Tobal in the weapon shop. Okay, let's go ahead and give you the Mythril. Ho-ho, that's Mythril! I've been waiting for the chance to work this metal for as long as I can remember. Alright, leave the rest to me. Swords, armor, you name it, I'll start crafting. It's been too long since I let my hammer ring. Alright, so he gets to work. And now there is a second... Yeah, a second clerk in all the weapon and armor shops associated with the rebel army. So that would be here in Altair, Getrea. I'm not sure where else, actually, honestly. You can buy the equipment I made over at the shop counter. This will keep my hands full, I tell you that. Maybe at Poft, Paloom, and Salaman since they're independent? I'm not sure. Alright, so you are the normal one. I don't care about you. How much are the Mythril weapons? Way more than I can afford. But they are good upgrades. So as soon as we can afford them, we definitely want to come back and get that. And it'll be the same in the armor shop, I believe? Yes, there's a second guy here in the armor shop now, selling Mythril armor, which we, of course, cannot afford right now. Alright, Tobal, did you have anything else to say? I should have asked before I left. Yeah, he's hard at work here. No time to talk. There's work to be done. Alright, so he is done. We don't really need to interact with him for the rest of the game, I believe. Alright, so report back to Princess Hilda again. Figure out what we're going to do next. Wait, are these guys? If the Dreadnaught is completed, it will unleash a horror the scale of which the world has never known. Please, you must destroy it before this is allowed to happen. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to join the Rebel Army and fight the Empire too. So, like, these guys are... I swear these guys weren't here earlier. Blow that Dreadnaught to smithereens. I guess the rebellion's picking up steam a little bit. They say Borgans replaced the Dark Knight as commander in Bafsk. Oh, the Dark Knight's probably not happy about that. I made my way here as soon as I learned of the Rebel Army. I mean to fight the Empire. Well, good for you. So Bafsk was under the control of the Dark Knight. He used hypnosis to manipulate the minds of the townspeople. Are you sure about that? I don't know. The Dark Knight overseeing the Dreadnaught's construction was most capable. Fortunately for us, he's tending to other matters now. The theft of the Mythril has likely knocked the Empire off balance. I would like you to journey to Bafsk. If we're to stop the Dreadnaught from being completed, this may be our only chance. I do already have that term, right? Yes. We have a man in Bafsk. He's found a way to reach the Dreadnaught. I want you to destroy it. At the very least, find a way to delay its completion. I have full confidence that, with you and Minwu on this task, it will be accomplished. Alright. If the Empire is able to complete the Dreadnaught, then Altair, Poft, all will be lost. Well, we better stop that from happening then. Yes, I can see it now. A great evil in the skies, like roiling storm clouds. Pray you find cover when the storm breaks. I certainly plan to. What's the king have to say about this, though? So we've lost... Oh, you say the exact same thing. I think I've already talked to you the best we can for now. Alright, so we still have Minwu in our party. I thought he left at this point. Apparently not. So you really found some Mythril. You're certainly brave, I'll give you that. Next to you, I realize just how pathetic I am. But what did you know about the Dreadnaught, Gordon? Now you're off to destroy the Dreadnaught? There has to be something I can do. If only I were half as strong as you. Well, keep trying. Alright, so on we go to the Dreadnaught, and before we do, I should probably drop a save. We're going to save here. I don't want to overwrite that first save just in case something goes wrong with this recording. Alright, so we're going to take the long overhand route because we can't really afford to take the ship. Also, the ship is at Poft still. And we could use the experience, probably. At the least, we could use the gil that we'll get from these fights. It's not much, but it's something. So we need to get all the way to Bafsk. Where, again, is Bafsk? I have a rough idea, but I'm not entirely sure. No, I don't quite fully remember. Alright, we just got a sprinter here. These guys are no trouble at all right now. Alright, just keep following up and around. Alright, Vampire Thorns are no trouble at all either. And we're not getting much gil. I only have 131 gil. Alright, is it worth stopping in Poft? Probably to heal if we can. Probably a good idea to heal up soon. Alright, maybe we'll get some directions here for where Bafsk is. Again, I have a rough idea, but I don't fully remember. Oh yeah, that was definitely just the way the sun was coming in on my car. Okay. It was shining off of the tail light, in such a way that it made it look like it was lit up. So I was like, wait a second, my car should not be on at all right now. I haven't really gone anywhere since this morning. All right, so we're at Poft. I want to heal. Where's the end? There we go. 18 gil to heal. We can afford it. Can't afford much else, but we can afford that at least. Alright, yeah, we only have a couple hundred gil. Salamanders to the north and to our east is Bafsk. Thank you. That is exactly what I needed. Alright, so we need to... Nope. That's not quite what I meant. That's still the same town. We need to head east. There we go. Alrighty. Just gotta deal with these hornets and queen bees, and then we can continue onward. Yeah, I should probably be using some of my magic, but... Problem is, Bafsk is an Imperial-controlled town, so I don't know how well I'm going to be able to heal there. Alright, you do have fire. And you have fire. There we go. It's not much, but it's something. At the least, it lets us use our fire spells a little bit. To increase them a little bit better. Alright, there's the Dreadnaught. So that must mean that this is Bafsk right here. Alright, just deal with these goblins. There we go. That's what I like to see. Alright. Let's drop a quick save. You'll need a pass to board the Dreadnaught. You're with the rebels, right? You've got to destroy the Dreadnaught. How do you know who I'm with? I don't know. Is it worth talking to you? This is where the... when is the Dark Knight coming back? At this rate, we're going to fall behind schedule for sure. Okay, so we are fine talking to these guys now. There's a rebel spy masquerading as an Imperial soldier. If you can get to him, I'm sure he'll have some important information for you. Well, does everybody know who he is? What's this? Back to work. Work, I say. If we finish even one day sooner, my glory will be exponentially greater. So that must be the turncoat, Borgen. Get back to work, I swear. No one wants to work under General Borgen. Well, too bad. They're making us work like slaves. I hate that Borgen. Being used by a man like that really makes my blood boil. It's weird though. I can't seem to remember what things were like when the Dark Knight was in command. Was the Dark Knight ever really in command? Because it seems like he hasn't been around very long. Alright, we definitely have item shops here that we can use. Okay, what about weapons and armor? Just a regular weapon shop. And not much here. No real upgrades for our people. Okay, what about armor? We got some here. Is it worth getting them? I'm kind of trying to hold off for Mythril armor, but it might be worth getting at least some bronze gloves for everybody. There we go. Replace all their leather gloves and then sell them off. Alright. Thank you. Items. I should probably sort my items. There we go. It's a little bit better. Alright. Can't really afford anything else right now. But we'll be fine. I don't feel like working at all with that buffoon Borgen in charge. The thought of doing anything for his precious glory makes me sick to my stomach. Well, he really is not liked at all. General Borgen is not dealing with these peasants as he should be. Yeah, maybe this guy kind of supports Borgen? I have no idea. Oh, this is a sanctuary back here. Okay, we're fine. We don't need this. Do I have enough money to visit the inn? 23 gil. Okay, because we're not that hurt. But again, it really does make sense that, you know, how much you pay at the inn would be tied to how much healing you need in this game, because again, it's so free form and open. You know, Final Fantasy 1, you know, the towns get unlocked as you go through the game. But Final Fantasy 2, you really have free reign to go like anywhere you want, as long as you can withstand the fights. Alright, so here we have Fear, Basuna, Asuna, and Silence available, but of course we can't afford anything. I think we're good for now, though. Alright, so I think that's just about everybody in town talked to. Everything explored. So yeah, it's just this guy here. If we take a look, so yeah, we don't have any... I missed a... Oh, I know what that is. I think I know what that is in Summit Falls. It's like I missed a thing in Summit Falls, but I'm pretty sure I know what that is. Alright, General Borgen took command of things in Bafsk after a short while. Things have gotten much easier than they were under the Dark Knight. It's hard to believe a bumbling idiot like Borgen could become a general in the Imperial Army. Well, he got the rank as a reward for turning code on Flynn. Flynn? No, Finn. Oops, you didn't hear that. Alright, what if I ask you about the Dreadnaught? So you're the ones they sent to destroy the Dreadnaught. Don't worry, I'm on your side. There's an entrance to the sewers up ahead. It's a back way leading to the Dreadnaught. Be careful. But wait, how do you know I'm actually a rebel? I didn't give you the password. I thought I was going to get some basic information on the Dreadnaught from you, and then I would give you the password to do this. If they see us talking, they may start to get suspicious, so I'm out of here. Good luck. You're out of here by going, oh, not quite, but almost the direction we need to go. Except, where did you go? You must have run off into the tree somewhere, except I can't follow. Well, either way, we've got the Bafsk Cave, where there are currently 2 chests to open on this floor. We got a whole bunch of soldiers and balloons. Okay. I need to build up Protect a little bit, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to have you do Fire. Alright. There we go. Self-destruct. Alright, everybody straight up attack here. Okay, not too bad. So we got a longsword, although we don't really need one right now. We already have 2 equipped. This is where a guide would come in handy, because I could have checked ahead. Oh well. C'est la vie. Alright, fire, fire, and attack. Again, I don't want to use up all of my magic real quickly, but we do need to build it up a little bit. So Maria's fire just leveled up, so that's good. She's now at level 2 fire. Alright, just go straight up attacks here. So again, because the individual spell levels are tied to the spells themselves, the base spells themselves, there's obviously going to be no like Kira, Kiraga, Thyra, Thyraga, and so on in this game. Alright, straight up attacks will get us through. There we go. But the problem is none of these enemies are strong enough to boost people's weapon levels right now. What I can do, however, is cure. There we go. Cure the zombies. And that will punish them. Alright. Yeah, none of the enemies are strong enough to really boost our weapon levels anymore. So you're kind of supposed to, like, change your weapons around and stuff like that, but I'm like, why? What would be the point of doing that? I have my characters how I like them. I don't really feel the need to experiment with different weapon types. Just give me upgrades for the weapons. But this is kind of why I want to focus a little bit on spells, if I can. Wait, that might not be a good idea. There we go. Fire on the other guy. I have a feeling fire might heal the balloons. There we go. So try to focus a little bit on magic. Try to build that up if I can. So Bafsk, first floor. So we got a door and an exit. I still don't know if there are actually treasures behind any of the doors. I think they might be, but I don't know for sure. Okay, let's do protect. We'll try a fire. See how well we do here. Oh, fire does damage the balloons. Okay, maybe it's not the... Maybe it's the bombs. Ooh, and teleport actually got rid of the balloon. Teleport succeeded. Awesome. All right, let's go back to straight attacks for this round, though, just to finish this fight off. All right, Minwu got some more health, and that is about it. That's a dead end. Did not pay attention to the map. Okay. Teleport. Okay, give me a protect. Give me a fire on everybody. And you, I don't think I actually need anything from you. You can just straight up attack. Alright, so teleport missed that time. The fire wiped everybody else out. Alright, let's just keep to that strategy. Alright, we got our protect set off. Defaulted to Maria, though, that time. Alright, and there goes the teleport. Alright, straight up attack. Alright, Therian's teleport leveled up. So it's now teleport level 2. Good. Although it is good to keep a reserve teleport that is low level, so that you can, like, use it immediately. So I might want to get another teleport at some point for somebody else. What do I want? Let's do... Yeah, let's do Cure and Cure. And that'll be it. So yeah, when you cast it on all the enemies, that does not count as separate uses. I don't think it just counts as a single use of the spell. You know, for purposes of leveling. Alright, straight up soldiers, straight up attacks. Alright, not too much there. Alright, evasion is good. Alrighty. More zombies got ambushed. So that's not good. I think we'll just go for the attacks on this. Let's auto-battle it way out. Auto-battle our way out. Yeah, getting tongue-tied. You know, you'd think that would happen less since I got my tongue actually snipped a couple years ago. Yeah, I used to be physically tongue-tied. I was born with it. But I finally got it snipped a couple years ago because my dentist was like, yeah, this is really starting to mess with your gums. You know, you want to get that done, otherwise you may end up losing your bottom front teeth. And I'm like, oh, I don't want that to happen. Alright, let's do... Cure on Therian. Actually, you know what? Let's do Cure on the whole party. And let's do Fire on the enemy party. Fire on enemy party. And attack. There we go. Just auto-battle our way out now. There we go. Alright, so Furian's MP increased and so did his magic. Same with Maria. Awesome. That is always good to see. Oh, hello. Who are you? You're too late. The Dreadnaught is complete. I've been working behind the scenes to see the project through to completion. Wait, what? I thought Borgen was in charge. I thought you got kicked off the project. I guess not. End your resistance. Kneel before your emperor. It is the only alternative left to you. Well, shit, we're too late. Consider what I've said. When the time comes, we will meet again. Wait, how did you get here before me? You were in town. Looks like you came all this way for nothing. See for yourselves. So out we go into the tiny little valley where they were building the Dreadnaught. Oh, man. And off it goes. Well, that's not good. No. Oh. They just destroyed Poft. No, they're attacking Altair. Who else did they attack? Was it just Poft and Altair? I have no idea. But we're going to take this opportunity to save real quick. And then head back in here and see what is in this door. Alright, we got a bunch of balloons. Let's just go ahead and do auto battle. Alright, Guy got some HP increases. So this, okay. We found a pass in the chest. So that's good. We're going to need that at some point. Because we still have to destroy the Dreadnaught. We were too late to stop it from launching, but we still have to destroy it at some point. So yeah, pass granting authorization to board the Dreadnaught. And then back here, oh, this is a warp point. Alright, fire 2. Nice. Because there's zombies that are especially weak to fire. So this will actually warp us out without needing to use a teleport. Alright, let's check out Bafsk again. The Dreadnaught! We're doomed! They finished the Dreadnaught. The world we know is over. You have to tell Princess Hilda that the Dreadnaught's been completed. She may know how to stop it. We'll certainly try. But yeah, we were too late to stop the Dreadnaught. The Dreadnaught is headed for Poft. Maybe it's already too late. Yeah, we just saw it is, in fact, too late now. Ugh, that is annoying. Alright, was there anybody else to talk to? I don't think so. I think those were the only ones to talk to. Alright, what magic was for sale here? Oh, it's spells I don't need right now. Alright, let's go ahead and heal at the inn. That'll restore our MP. There we go. Alright, so we have to go back. Check on all these towns. I think even Salamand may have gotten hit. Salamand and Paloom. Which, by the way, now that we've been to Bafsk, we've been to every single town in the game. I believe. Well, no. No. I take that back. There is at least one more we have not been to yet. We've been to, like, most of them already. Because, again, this game is so much more freeform. You know, so much more open. You know, before Final Fantasy 15, this was really the only game in the series you could call open world. And even then, it's not at all a quote-unquote modern open world. Oh, maybe that was Paloom that they attacked, not Poft. I thought it was Poft. But the airship's back. You know, it probably was Paloom. Or maybe it was Salamand. No, it wasn't Salamand, because there was no snowy mountains. Oh, no, this place was attacked. You folks looking for a ship? Not quite yet. We were attacked by the Dreadnaught. They're dead. They're all dead. Oh, that's not good. So yeah, all the people in town are gone, for the most part. Everybody was here. Alright, what spells do we have available here? Cure, Blink, Protect, Shell. I think we're good on those. Yeah, everybody knows Cure. That's always a good idea. Oh, most of Sid's crew. You want on the airship, you pay the guy behind me. But what happened? What you want to do is blow up that thing's engine. Do that and you can bring down the whole overgrown tub. Oh, the Dreadnaught. Okay. Airships are powered by sunfire. I'm sure the Dreadnaught's no different. Okay, let's go ahead and learn that then. Okay, ask about the sunfire. Controlling sunfire is a tricky business. Let the flames get too high, you get a runaway on your hands. The engine will blow sky high. Well, that's good to know. Alright. So it's 700 to go back all the way back to Altair. I think instead we will take the ship back to Paloom. Because it's so much cheaper. So we'll take the ship back to Paloom and check on them. So they did attack Poft. Did they attack Paloom as well? Or was it just Poft? Probably because Cid has the only other airship. And Altair because it's the base of the rebels. No, they attacked Paloom too. So probably they attacked Salamand as well. No, I don't need the airship. But is there anybody else? There's one guy here. I'm hurt. Hurt bad. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Well, that is not good. My daughter! They killed my daughter! Oh, that is really not good. At least there's more people still here. The Dreadnaught attacked and destroyed the entire town. That is really not good. You know, they're really making sure you know this empire is evil. You know, they're attacking towns that had, like, nothing to do with the rebellion, really. Like, I understand attacking Altair. That's where the rebellion's based right now, since fleeing Finn. But why? Why Poft and Paloom? Is it just to show your power? Just attacking the rebels would have been enough. Alright, what do we got going on here? How bad is it? Well, there's definitely damage. Damage abounds. Oh, magic. There should still be magic. We want to buy more spells for sure. Okay, give me another fire. Give me 3 thunder tomes. Give me 3 blizzard tomes. There we go. So everybody has, like, all the basics. Alright. Go ahead and use fire, thunder, 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 blizzard, blizzard, blizzard. That way everybody has the basics. Alright. Well, we should probably go check in. Especially since we only have 200 gil. We can't really afford much else. Should probably go check in at the Rebel headquarters. Because there's like nobody left outside the town. I think they're all in here now. There's a man in Poft named Cid who just might know if the Dreadnaught has any weaknesses. Yes, I already kind of talked to him. Cid was the first person to ever build an airship. And the Dreadnaught's really nothing but a big airship, right? Yes, indeed. Let's talk to Hilda first before we talk to anybody else. Many were wounded in the Dreadnaught's attack. The shock has even caused my father's condition to take a turn for the worse. Oh, that's really not good. I hate that my father has to see this. He knows his death is near. Is there nothing you can do, Minwu? All those who live must someday die. It is our fate. Oh, don't tell me he's going to leave the party now. Right after I gave him bronze gloves? Still, it is my duty as a white wizard to ease the pain of those who suffer. Yeah, he's going to leave us. I shall remain here and devote myself to the care of the wounded. I take my leave of you. The fate of the world rests on you, Therian. Waste no time in destroying the Dreadnaught. Alright, I will do my best. So Minwu left the party, and we've gone from being like ragamuffin nobodies to being like the preeminent rebel warriors. My father's condition has improved a great deal thanks to Minwu. He just left. How do you know that? Alright, let's ask about the Dreadnaught. Many lives were taken in the Dreadnaught's attack. How are we supposed to fight something so terrible? Well, what about Sunfire? Sunfire is the crest of the kingdom of Kashuan. Its flame still burns on the ground floor of Kashuan Keep. Scott and Gordon have told me many stories concerning the flame. The finer points of the tale are not known to me. However, I seem to recall that the flame cannot be held in just any torch. Cid told us that we might be able to use Sunfire to destroy the Dreadnaught. Then there's no time to waste. You must depart for Kashuan Keep at once. If you hire Cid's airship, the journey should not take long. That leaves only one question. What can you use to bring the Sunfire back? I don't know. We will have to figure that out. Alright, we can ask about the Dreadnaught, though. But there's nothing else here. Okay, pass? No, nothing happens. Okay, so nothing else to talk to you about. You see? It happened just as I said it would. Obviously, the task was more than you could handle. This guy really doubts us, doesn't he? After all that, they finished the Dreadnaught anyway. Incidentally, I believe the king had something to tell you. Oh, well then we should go talk to him. Do we even stand a chance against the Dreadnaught? Yes, we do. Do not give up hope. The king's illness goes far beyond the physical. There's little I can do. Alright, what if I ask about the airship? Sid gave up all he had for his airship. His rank, his honor, his family, everything. Okay, what about the Dreadnaught? The Dreadnaught is a massive airship. It is likely they both function on the same principle. Yeah, Sid pretty much said the same thing. Okay, what about Sunfire? Every 3 years, they celebrate a Festival of the Flame in Kashuan. During the festival, the Sunfire is moved to Eagle's Torch, where its brazier is, cleansed. I cannot learn about Eagle's Torch from you. Okay. So many perished in the Dreadnaught's attack. Perhaps it would be best if we surrendered to the Empire. Don't lose hope. Alright, ask about the airship. No one knows more about airships than Sid. He was such a fine knight once. Oh, how men change. Alright, I already talked to him about it. He told me about the Sunfire. Scott sealed the gates of Kashuan Keep to protect the Sunfire in the event they were defeated in battle. You will need the Goddess's Bell to break the seal. Ooh. Well, we better learn about that. Alright, ask about Goddess's Bell. The whereabouts of the bell are known only to the Kashuan royal family. Okay, where's Gordon? Gordon should be around here somewhere, right? The king is not well. Yes, I know he's not well. Alright, Gordon is part of that line. So where is he? He's not in Hilda's room, is he? No. I have a feeling he might already be at Kashuan Keep, because I don't think he's here. Altair wasn't spared the Dreadnaught's assault. Lucky for us, the hideout was unharmed. The townspeople have taken refuge here. Good for them. Please, Lord, save our king. I'm scared. Prince Gordon's disappeared. I wonder where he could have gone. See, I had a feeling. The Dreadnaught attacked, but at least our hideout is still safe. We'll stay here and hold out until you return. You guys better. Everybody who was outside is dead. If we don't destroy the Dreadnaught, the casualties will only mount. Alright, so that tells us where we need to go next. We have to get to Kashuan Keep and at least check it out. Even if we can't get inside without the Goddess's Bell. Because we don't know where to get the damn bell right now. Alright. Well, back up we go to Poft to see how much it's going to cost us. I think we'll take the overland route. How much it's going to cost us to get to Kashuan Keep. So it's just the 3 of us now. No Minwoo. He already left the party. Excuse me. Alright. Taking the overland route to Poft. We should probably use some of these spells. Build them up a bit. So yeah, Thunder 1 doesn't do much when spread out. But it helps a little bit, and there was Ice 1. So yes, the animations do change as the spells get stronger too. You know, they become more bombastic. There we go. Alright, not bad. So yes, we need the experience, we need the gil. That's part of the reason why we're going overland like this. Alright, good, good, good. Alright, we're probably going to end up having to go overland to Kashuan Keep as well. But we'll see. We'll see how much it's actually going to cost to get us there. Alright, Guy got some health. That's always good. Alright, sticking with our current spell lineup. Alright. Poft. How much to go to Kashuan? Alrighty. Wait, first off, let's talk to Sid again. Is there anything I can... Well, no, he doesn't know anything about the Goddess Spell. And he's just going to say the same things here Alright, nothing to learn. Alright. Kashuan, only 400. Okay, we can afford it. So let's go ahead and do it then. Alright, we're going to take the airship to Kashuan Keep. Which you might think would be another town, but it's not. So there's Bafsk. Kashuan is all the way over here, at the center of this ring of mountains and surrounded by a lake as a moat. Alright, let's go ahead and save real quick. Alright, in we go. Welcome to Kashuan Keep. Yeah, this is actually a dungeon. Alright, I think we'll stick to the magic for now. Or maybe not. Not with it spread out like this. Okay. Because these guys are not weak to any of the spells we currently have. And remember, we don't have Minwu anymore either. So we have to take care of our own healing. So yeah, physical attacks, no problem. It's our magic that's weak now. The sunfire blazes brightly, so there's the sunfire. But we can't do much with it until we get Eagle's Torch. The door is locked. Yes, I don't have Eagle's Bell. Oh, Gordon, where the frick are you? I would have thought you'd be here. Oh, you know... Oh, shoot. I'm an idiot. I came here for nothing. I should have gone and talked to Hilda again now that we knew about the Eagle's... Or the Goddess Bell. Maybe she would have known what to do with it. Or maybe... Or where it is. Maybe she would have known where it is. Because remember, Gordon and Scott told her a lot of stories about Kashuan and its people. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I came here for nothing. I wasted 400 gil. I wasted time. And I just saved here, too. Our quick save is back in Bafsk. Our autosave was right when we came in here. And now we have to go over land. The quickest route is also the most dangerous. The quickest route would just be going southeast from here, pretty much. But it's also the most dangerous, because that's like a lot of strong monsters we are not ready for. So... yeah, I feel like we're not ready for that. I think let's go ahead. We'll do a quick save here. We'll no, because we have to go through the desert. Oh, hello. What is this? I completely forgot these were in the game. We have a Chocobo forest. So you have Final Fantasy II introduced Chocobos. The adorable gigantic chickens. So we found a Chocobo. This will make things so much easier because you do not get into random encounters while on Chocobos. Although they run away. So yeah, I mean, I knew that the Chocobo forests were in the game. Or rather, I knew Chocobos were in the game. I just forgot how you access them. And I forgot where they were. So we can just go straight down through the desert here. And this will make it a lot easier because we can get back through. And you guys can see how the world wraps around. There we go. See? In one continuous thing. Although, the Chocobos can't cross water, apparently. Alright, we're almost there. There's Gatria. Alright, we're almost Altair. Alright, so now we can get off. Alright. Let's talk to Princess Hilda again. See if she knows where the Goddess Bell might be. Alright. Let's ask about... Yes, she knows something about the Goddess's Bell. I've heard Scott and Gordon mention the bell. The gates of Kashuan keep open only to the voice of a Kashuan or the ringing of that bell. The bell rests deep within a cavern on the snow plains. It will not be easy to retrieve. So is your intention to enter the snow cavern? Very well. If only Gordon were here, there would be no need for you to risk such danger, because he could get into Kashuan Keep on his own. But if he isn't, so you must. There is nothing I can do but pray for your success. Joseph knows the snow plains like the back of his hand. You should seek his counsel. Alright. Anything else? No, you already told us all about that. Alright, we're good to go then. Alright, so back to the overworld, where there is no Chocobo forest waiting for us, this close to Altair. So instead we have to go over land. And all the way back up to Salamand. Now with a little bit of gil, we can shorten the route a little bit by taking the ship from Palum to Poft and then the airship to Salamand. But it might just be easier just to go north. Alright, hold on 1 second. Okay, thank God. If you look on the minimap, in the lower right of the minimap, there's a little dot there, I guess, that was showing up on my screen. I was hoping that was not like a dead pixel or a stuck pixel on my TV, because this is almost a brand new TV. It's only a couple months old. But it's not showing up on any other screen, just on the world map mini-map. And yeah, I can even just barely make it out in my preview window on my computer. So we are good. But yeah, that had me a little bit worried at first. I'm like, this TV cost me quite a pretty penny. You know, I do not want it to develop any problems this early, especially since this is my first OLED. My first anything OLED, really. Like, my phone is several years old. It's not a newer phone, so it's not an OLED screen. And I never bought the Switch OLED. I don't have a Steam Deck, let alone the Steam Deck OLED. And my PS Vita is the 2000 series model, which is when they switched to a standard LCD for cost-cutting measures. They got rid of the OLED screen that it launched with. So, like, this is the first time I had an OLED. And I do like it. I really do like it. You know, especially in HDR, colors really tend to pop and stuff like that. You know, especially once I got it calibrated right. You know, there's a lot of settings you need to mess with a new TV to get things just the way you want them. And especially to get things set up right. Not only for like color temperature, brightness, all that kind of stuff, but you know, proper tone mapping for HDR as well. Like by default, my TV was not ready. You know, it was not grabbing the proper tone mapping data from the consoles by default, so I had to like change some settings around to get it. All right, so we're back at Salamand, which seems to have been spared the wrath of the Imperials right now, alongside Bafsk. All right, you say the same thing as last time. You all say the same thing. So nothing has really changed for any of you. However, it looks like you managed to save my daughter. Thank you. That cowardly Borgin has been threatening Nelly to get to me. Forgive me, is there anything I can do to help? All you gotta do is ask. Alright, Mythril? The cave behind Summit Falls used to be an old Mythril mine. The deepest parts of the cave still have Mythril deposits. Alright? Dreadnaught. Since the Dark Knight took over, construction's been moving ahead a lot faster than before. Yeah, I know, it's already done. I hear it may even be close to finish. Oh, you mean the news hasn't reached you yet? Yeah, it's done. They already rained hell on Palum, Poft, and Altair. Alright, airship, if you want to know about airships, There's a man named Sid you should talk to. He lives in Poft. I don't think there's anything he doesn't know about him. Alright. What about the goddess's bell? The only way to reach the snow cavern is on my Snowcraft. I keep the Snowcraft hidden in the mine. There's a blue stone on the first floor that marks the spot. Look behind the stone and to the right. The secret room's there and the Snowcraft is inside. I'm sorry I couldn't help you find the Mythril, so I want to make up for that by pitching in now. What are we waiting for? Let's go. Alright, so Joseph joined the party. So yeah, the Snowcraft is the missing treasure chest from Summit Falls. Alright, so Joseph joined, and as you might imagine from his sprite and his portrait, he is a monk. He's a bare-knuckle brawler. So you want to leave his arms empty. Come back soon, Daddy. Yeah, that's the hope. I love Joseph, but I know if I'm around, I would just get in his way. It's interesting she doesn't change to say something different when he's in the party. But whatever. Alright, anything else here? I don't think so. Oh, I want to heal at the inn first before we go. There we go. Alrighty. Sorry, I was checking something on my phone. I do need to upgrade it at some point this year. Normally, I wait until the battery's just about dead, but you know, till it like can't hold a charge for more than a day on normal usage. And it's you know, it's only to the point where on a normal day where I don't use TikTok, where I'm not browsing TikTok all day, it's like 80% by the end of the day. And when I do spend like the whole day browsing TikTok, it'll go like below 40%, something like that. So it's not, the battery's not too bad yet. It's like a 4 or 5 year old phone at this point. So the battery's not too bad, but the problem is the storage. You know, half of my phone storage is taken up with music. And unfortunately, it's an iPhone. That's not the unfortunate thing. The unfortunate thing is it's a 64 gigabyte iPhone. They don't make those anymore. The baseline is like 128 gigabytes now. But as a 64 gigabyte, like the iOS software, the operating system keeps getting more and more bloated. So it takes up more and more space to the point that if it's a significant update, I can no longer download it directly onto my phone. I have to connect my phone to the computer to download the update, download and install the update. Otherwise, I have to free up space, which means either deleting a whole bunch of apps and then reloading them, or deleting my music and then resyncing it to my computer to load it back on. And the last time I did that, before I realized you could just load, download and load the updated operating system from the computer, it screwed up the music to the point like all of the album artwork was mismatched. And it took me forever to figure out how to fix it. I basically had to pretty much wipe the phone and reload it. Which is not ideal. Alright, so we're back in Summit Falls. And what we want is the first floor here. Alright, first floor. Oh, there's the stone. So the blue stone is where we need to go. Alright, it should be back here to the right. Yes. Alright, so he's going to open it for us. Joseph turns a small rock jutting out of the wall and a passage appears. The Snowcraft is in here. Alright, so in we go. And there it is. You retrieve the Snowcraft from the chest. Alright. So that is the last thing we were missing here. So if we look again... Alright, Finn's still missing a bunch, but we'll get those later. Everywhere else should be good. Not Kashuan Keep, but we're not quite ready to go in there yet. Instead, we need to go up to the Ice Cave. Not to be confused with the Ice Cave from Final Fantasy 1. Which was also another location of a key item. Alright, gotta get out of here with these sprinters.